All right, what's up, everybody, man? It's your boy Darnell, and I want to welcome you to another episode here on AZI TV. Today, we are with a lovely lady. I met her earlier this year at an event we did at the Arizona Informant office. Please state your name for the people.
Havana.
Havana, and where we at, Havana?
We are at Stardust Sage.
Okay, so before we jump into Stardust Sage, tell the people where you come from and how'd you get here.
Oh, interesting. I'm from San Diego, California, born and raised. Used to do CC Finiston's hair here.
Oh, okay.
Was coming back
CC.
and forth from San Diego to Arizona for that. Fell in love with Phoenix, and ended up migrating here.
Okay, so what made you start the business that you're in?
I joined a spiritual practice.
Okay.
African spirituality practice, a Yoruba system.
Mm-hmm.
And it was divine that I was to open a botanica.
Okay.
At the time, I was kind of dabbling with healing crystals, and I had healed myself of a very rare condition called dysautonomia.
Okay.
And so that worked for me until then I felt it was my purpose to let everyone know that crystals actually work. Because sometimes people are really skeptical of that.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, everyone has to know that this works. This is real. So that's kind of how I ended up here.
Okay, so how did we get into this lovely place that we're in?
So my online business, over the last 2 years, it had grown to be like ridiculous. My house was full of candles. My garage was full. Our dining room was full. And my son was like, "Mom, I can't live like this anymore.
I'm crystalled up right now. I gotta go."
Yeah, and so he was like, "You're gonna have a spot." And I had promised myself that I would not get back into brick and mortar.
Okay.
But then came to Eat at Trap, saw the space, and was like, "Wow, he knew what he was talking about." Called the guy, and closed on everything within like 7 or 8 days.
So do y'all own this or you renting?
We're renting.
Man, I pray you guys own this, because this, if y'all can only see what I'm sitting, it's upstairs, downstairs. So the shop is downstairs.
Right.
I don't know what the upstairs is, but I would live up here. That's how great it is.
Right.
So, when did you guys start it? Like, when was it started?
Online or the
Let's start with online.
Online was probably 2017.
Okay. Okay, and then the brick and mortar one when was this?
11/11/2020.
Ooh, she know the exact time.
That was all by design.
Okay, so
Right.
now 2020 was like a crazy year for everybody.
Yeah.
So how, what, where did you go to keep business like floating?
I think what happened, and I'm going to be honest with you, I think when things started getting scary for people, they kind of like leaned on spirituality. And my sales, ironically, shot through the roof in March.
Wow.
So we like tripled in sales, and people were just really leaning on, their spirituality. And we were shipping candles every day, and it was ironic. I couldn't figure out what it was. I'm like, why does everybody want candles? Why does everybody want crystals right now? And they were looking for like hope, and protection, and healing.
Okay.
And so we offered that, and then that just kind of like helped us. So, when a lot of people weren't doing so well, we were doing amazing.
Wow. I mean, that's not to knock anybody.
Not at all. Not at all. And I was afraid to even talk about it. I don't know if you go to my page over the last year, I don't say anything. I'm just silently building and growing, and no bragging about it, because it was ironic.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of friends that are going through it. So we're counting our blessings and just trying to help and heal people.
I love it. Now, how was you guys able to ship? Because I know, the post office was kind of shut down for a little bit, like UP. So how was you able to ship out stuff?
We did have a little bit of lapse in our shipping.
Okay.
So we would tell people to give us 10 business days, which really kind of equals out to 2 weeks, because we don't count weekends or holidays.
No.
And it allowed us to still ship with that slight delay, and people were still getting their stuff, but we used priority.
Okay.
So, they're supposed to guarantee 2 to 3 days, and they actually kind of came through. Even, we had a couple around Christmas time that got lost or whatever, but they actually done good for us. Surprisingly, we've had delays, but people still got stuff. It just, wasn't on time.
So how's business going now that the pandemic kind of quiet down a little bit? Not saying that it's gone or anything like that, but it kind of like quieted down a little bit. How sales been going?
Amazing.
Amazing. So
Yeah.
have you had more foot traffic coming in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like from the day that we opened, we just have been busy.
Mm.
You know, I guess Roosevelt District, you know, and this street
Yeah.
is a great place for foot traffic.
Okay.
And I think again, people are leaning on to, you know, leaning into spirituality and
Mhm.
metaphysical aspects of, you know, healing and meditation and stuff like
Okay.
that. So I think it's just the perfect timing and then divine alignment.
Mhm.
You know
Of
what
course.
I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know, some things are destined to be. So right now, this is our season.
Mhm.
And so we're just enjoying it and just, you know, staying humble.
I love it. I love it. So what is your marketing strategy? Because, I mean, you hear a lot of people selling like different type of things within this area, right?
Right.
And I don't see a lot of success happening in a lot. And I'm not speaking down about anybody, but I'm just telling you what I see.
Mhm.
A lot of times people are selling herbs and they're selling spices. They're selling this and they're selling that. And I see 2 or 3 of the same people selling, what is it called? The cream or
Butters.
yeah,
creams,
shea butter and
yeah.
all that. I promise you, if I see another person selling some shea butter, look, do your thing, man.
Right,
do your thing.
right.
But what's your marketing strategy that you can tell them that keeps you guys pushing forward? Like, what new developments do you have?
I think so. The first thing is you have to be the customer.
Okay.
So whatever it is that you're selling, what made you want to buy it? What would make you want to buy it? So I was already really into crystals, and I
Okay.
had my purpose. Like I was really attached to it, and my passion was, look, everybody needs to know this. So then when you're marketing, you know how to speak to people that are like you. So whatever you get into, it has to be something that you're really, really connected to. So
Okay.
you know how to describe and sell those benefits or the aspects of whatever product or whatever to other people. So like a lot of people do really good when they sell hair care, if they're using it and they're showing
Yeah.
you know, same with anything. It's not like, okay, I have this t-shirt, but you're never wearing it.
Right,
Or I have
right.
these, you know,
Yeah.
these products, but I'm never using it. I'm not telling you. So I would take different things that I've put together personally for me, and I would make these kits. So it's like, okay, well today I'm going to use the rose quartz. I'm going to use this Palo Santo stick. I'm going to use this candle, and this was my purpose for the day. And I started putting those kits together for people like online, not necessarily selling them together, but just showing people, okay, you can mix all these different things together. And it doesn't mean that you're a part of any religion. It doesn't mean that you're like a part of a cult. It just means that you're choosing to use these different tools to kind of help you get through the day.
Okay.
And so then people really liked those particular posts where I put those together. And I decided to go ahead and do like an Instagram or like a Facebook ad. And I have like over 100,000 people, 200,000 people that liked that one ad. I never stopped advertising the same
You are
ad.
killing. So how did you learn about, did you got to take a class for marketing, or it was just as you went?
You know, it was as I went along. So so first of all, I didn't know that when you promote on Facebook, you know how they say like you published a post and now do you want to promote that post?
Yeah.
That's all I did. I went in there and I'm like, okay, let's just see how this works. And I did like $25 for, you know, the week.
Okay.
And then I realized, oh, well, when you do it on Facebook, they do it on Instagram too. So then
That's true,
it's
yeah.
running simultaneously on both. So that was something I learned after that.
I didn't know that either.
And so then people were like, oh, your post popped up like on my feed I'm like, really? And then once you do that, they kind of send you little messages like, oh, we'll sit down and have a call with you and we'll help you create this pixel for people that are interested in what you sell. And, you know, they kind of guide you through that. And that's all I've done. And so I did that with a little bit of money every month for ads. And then that kind of grew the online. I really do feel like that was what helped me online.
Wow, that's incredible, man. Because again, you don't see a lot of people taking the steps that you're taking. You know what I mean? Like, so me and my family, we have a clothing line business. But I'm fortunate to where, you know, I've taken marketing and I've been inside of it. So, but a lot of people don't take the time. I mean, just a little shout out. These people are not paying me, but it's called Udemy. Udemy is a program. It's an app that you can download, and you can just pay to take a course.
Oh, wow.
So I'm taking a marketing course that shows you how to do all of this stuff or whatever. So shouts out to Udemy.
That's
But
dope.
you know, it's available right there. Now you don't have to go to $100,000 school. Now you know what I mean. You can learn what you need to learn as you go. So, what can you tell the people now that want to get started in your area? Like, how can you guide them along? What can you tell them right now?
So definitely already be connected to it.
Okay.
Never get into anything for the money. Always get into it for the purpose. Because I think sometimes things are trending. Like, this is definitely a trending industry right now.
Yeah.
Don't ever get into anything because it's trending. Get into it for the passion, because there's mountains, there's valleys, and mountaintops in business.
Yeah.
And so you're always going to come around to that valley. And if you're not in it for just the purpose of healing people or whatever, you're not going to want to stick around. You're going to, let your company just go to the wayside. So you have to be prepared to deal with those times where you're losing. And and then get ready for when you're back at the mountaintop and stack up and save. So when you're in the valley, because a lot of us get into business without any backup, any resources, no savings. And the first 5 years of any business is usually not profitable.
Yeah.
And so you just got to be ready to lose a lot of money and come back around when, everybody kind of knows your name and they're ready to just start spending. Because people want to feel confidence when they're purchasing with you. And if they think you're not going to be around in a couple of years, you're not going to waste their time.
That's whatever. Yeah. And
so be connected.
Yeah.
To whatever it is, whatever message it is in the clothing, whatever message it is in the product, be connected to that and have the drive and purpose and motivation to stay in.
Okay. So just a little last point. Can you kind of tell people how crystals work? Because I hear about crystals. Don't get me wrong, but I've never used them or whatever. But how do they work? Like, what do you do with them? Do you set them on the ground or
all of that.
Okay.
Crystals, they're interesting. They're like us, right?
Okay.
So, in order for us to work, everything has to be in alignment. We need to breathe oxygen. All of our organs need to be working. Our vibration needs to be a certain way for us to be able to be the best, operating system that we can be as humans, right? Athletic, or whatever you're doing, running, etc. Crystals are the same way. They're all made up of different minerals and metals, and they all have different vibrations that they're made of at the time that they're created.
Okay.
So in order for, I don't know if you've seen crystals that have certain types of points naturally. In order for that to happen, there's a vibration that had to be happening, or that crystal is experiencing while it's being created. And so then it makes points or squares or anything like that. So that is the most aligned piece of anything untouched by man. When nature aligns it to attune to a point. When nature aligns it to attune to a square. So then, in exchange, some of the same benefits or some of the same materials that are in us are in the crystals.
Okay.
But that's aligned.
Okay.
Right? That's in harmony. Sometimes we're not. We eat different. Or, we have mental illnesses. We have different ailments with our body. So then when you take a crystal and you want to use it with yourself, it's taking some of the same energy that you're carrying, that it's carrying, and it starts to align that. Right? Because the frequency is still going.
Yeah.
Whatever's inside of it was inside of it before we even found it or touched it. Still there. It's harmony. It's aligned. And so when you connect that to yourself, sometimes people sit things on their chest, on their different chakra points, and that starts to get the same energies inside of you aligned. And so all the different colors.
Like purple, and I've seen a yellow one. I've seen a red one.
Yep.
I've seen yellow. I thought I said yellow. Yeah, I've seen a yellow one.
Yep. Because colors have different vibrations.
Okay.
And so each color has a vibration. So within you have the same vibration. So then you kind of connect those colors to different parts of your body too. Does the same thing. So they're just like the most harmonious state you can find on earth that's untouched by man without going down into the middle of the ground. Right?
Wow.
Or into the middle of a forest where nothing's, literally it's having a piece of nature outside of being mined and pulled out of the ground. Within that crystal, it's untouched. And it's the most harmony you can find on earth.
And isn't it true that crystals are made from dirt or mud, right?
Yeah, so over time, all those different elements of earth they crystallize, and they just make, you know, it was a rock, and sometimes when you open the rock, it's like crystals inside the rock.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could be looking at just a regular stone, and then when somebody cracks it open, it's a geode, and there's like all these crystals inside.
Wow.
So that means that something really amazing has been going on the inside of that rock for how many thousands of years or whatever, you know?
That's pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know they sell fake geodes.
Mm.
I've seen people sell fake ones like inside of museums and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't want to get sued by museums, so please
Right.
don't. I'm just saying I've seen them. Like nobody's gonna sell you a real geo.
Right.
And if they do, I don't know where to get one at.
I do.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
See the plug right here. Gotcha. Man, but look, I appreciate your time so much. We're in your lovely home, your lovely business, and I'm honored that you allow me to come in here.
Thank
So
you.
if they need to get a hold of you, connect with you, learn from you, grow from you in any shape or way, how can they do that?
So we're on Google
Okay.
under Stardust and Sage.
Mm-hmm.
Our phone number, our hours, everything is listed there.
Okay.
And then if you call in, leave a message. If you don't leave a message, we cannot get back to you. Leave a message, let us know what you want. We do spiritual baths, cleansings, head cleansings, sound baths, you know, chakra alignment, Reiki. We do everything. Anything to kind of get you aligned and in tune. We offer here. So yeah, you can always leave a message and we'll get back to you.
So what's the number for the new message?
That's a good question. I have no idea. I don't know my phone number because I don't work at the desk.
That is the first time I've ever heard that before.
But I will hold on. I will have somebody grab. Can one of you guys grab the card from downstairs? It's literally on Google.
Okay.
She's gonna give it to us so I can like fill it out.
So she has like I could let you guys see the back, but I'm not. But there's like a whole big back area, and there's two people. One's laying on the floor with no shoes on, and then the other one's sitting in the chair. You know, they all work here, so you know it's cool. So you can.
What's the number?
What's the number? Come tell them.
Yeah. The number.
This is my cousin / assistant.
Okay.
The number for you all is 602-314-4409.
That's right.
There you go. So 602.
602-314-4409. I picked that number really interesting because it had the 4 4s in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
314-4409.
So you got the number. You got them on Facebook, Instagram. You guys got a Twitter as well.
No, but
Okay.
our website is stardustandsage.com.
Okay.
Yep. IG, we post a lot of really good informative information too, so follow us on IG.
And she seems cool. Like I said, this is not my first time meeting her. We held an event. I want to
Was
say.
it Black History?
No. It was we held like a First Friday event in January at the informant office in the parking lot.
Right.
And because we couldn't really do anything anywhere else, we had this big area, and she was just walking around there in the all white, and I said, "Is she okay?" And let me just go see her. And so she's wearing white for a particular reason. I don't know if she wants to say
No,
it.
I can totally share.
Okay, so can you share with them real quick? Because this is part of, you know, the
My
whole
process.
your price. So let them know real quick why you're wearing all white.
I'm going through a process called Iyawo, which means bride.
E-I-E-I-O?
E-I-E-I-O. No, it's I-Y-A-W-O.
Okay.
Iyawo. And in our tradition, it's the year in white that you're marrying yourself to the tradition.
Okay.
You're sacrificing and giving up and going through this very, very stringent, you know, these very stringent sacrifices to prepare yourself to become a priest.
Okay.
So unlike a lot of traditions, it's not like a couple classes, I sign a paper, you give me a document, and then I can go do whatever.
Yeah.
I have to prove that this is something that I really want to do,
Okay.
which also meant shaving all of my hair off. It was really long, shave my hair off, wearing white for 1 year, a lot of very, you know, crazy restrictions. But at the end of that year, then I'll be a priestess in this tradition, and then I can do more help and healing for people.
Okay.
But you're not trusted, you know, in that tradition unless you do this process. And so I have to wear all white. I have like 6 or 7 months left. I was not able to touch people for 3 months. There was just like all these different restrictions. So I know people see me, I'm not supposed to show my face, which is why my face is still covered on camera. Thank God for COVID, because I don't look weird. But had this been like 2 years ago, and I wouldn't have been able to do the interview.
Really? Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
you guys would have been like, why is her face covered? Like, that's so weird. But I was able to do a few things with my face covered, but no pictures. Like, if you go to my IG, I haven't been able to post any recent pictures of myself in the last, like,
okay.
yeah.
So are you able to
6
do
months.
pictures now?
No.
No pictures.
No
Okay.
pictures.
So because
With my mask on.
you can do it with your mask
Like
on.
for business, yeah.
Okay, so because I'm gonna have to get a picture of you for the paper.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Not
That's
for,
fine.
I'm not taking them. Hey, let me get a picture. You know, it's like.
Yeah, the news came by, Jamie from AZ Family.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had to have my mask on
Okay,
too.
okay.
And so for business, I'm okay, but personal, I can't just post any pictures of myself personal. I'm just like hanging
Which
out.
is understandable, man. So look, if you guys want more information about what she's doing, her walk, because I mean, we all in our different religions, you know, I mean, me being a Christian, we have a certain thing. You want to purge yourself, you want to cleanse yourself, you want to become renewed. It's a fasting that we do, you know. In yours, it's a cleanse from head to toe, mental, all that. You know, everybody has their own. So I respect it. I love it because it shows a level of respect that you have for yourself.
Also, just so people are kind of more educated and informed, and maybe we can go do another show down the line.
Yeah.
Is that our tradition? We accept all traditions.
Okay.
So because we understand that there's different, there's multiple roads to enlightenment.
Yeah.
There's not really just one.
Okay.
There's so many different people, so many different cultures. It would kind of be silly of us to think that one way is the right way. So we understand that and respect all traditions, all cultures, you know, all religions.
Okay.
So we have people in our tradition that were Buddhists, that were Christians, Catholic, you know, everybody's done everything, and they can still practice those things. It doesn't really conflict with what we believe.
Okay, so what I think we should do is, like, I got this idea in my head was, would you be willing to do a virtual workshop?
Okay.
Kind of just, you know, we'll set up all the cameras, you got your table and everything, you can do it here, whatever you want, and it's, you're walking people step by step through crystals, through your process, morning process of how to work with all these things. And then that way people can go to that video and say, okay, well, I'm kind of interested in how does this stuff work? And you can go in depth.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
We have her on camera saying and she can't say
absolutely.
no. She can't lie in the process.
I won't.
Okay, so yeah, let's definitely set that up. Like I said, you know, we could, like I said, we could do it here if you're comfortable, and just to walk people through the whole process of what crystals are and this and that. Because I hear a lot of people. I think we know some of the same people.
Yeah.
So I hear a lot of people talking about crystals and auras, and I heard this one girl say, "Oh, you need to get your aura right."
Oh.
But she didn't say it to me. She said, I was like, what?
Right.
What? So, but yeah, definitely. Let's definitely set that up. But again, I want to appreciate you so much for stepping in and doing this interview. I thank you guys so much. I appreciate you letting me in your house. And again, if you want to reach her, she's here on Roosevelt. What's the address?
610 East Roosevelt, and we're Unit 136. So we're on the north side.
Okay. Right across the street from Trap
House
Barbecue.
That's like the one tagline. If you've been to Trap, come across the street.
Look, right outside. Oh, there it is. And also, you guys got to know, I interviewed, it wasn't your husband.
Henry?
I interviewed Ali.
Ali, okay.
So her husband is co-owner or
co-owner.
Co-owner of Strong Wool. So you can definitely look on the website and see that interview as well. It's a family-oriented block. You know, the wife is down the way, the husband's down the way. I don't know if that was just the husband's way of keeping his eye on you or whatever. Man, again, we thank you so much. We honestly, I'm humbled at the opportunity, and I definitely look forward to doing that video with you.
I'm honored you asked. This is awesome. Thank you.
Hey, what's going down, everybody? It's your boy Darnell, and I want to thank you so much for coming on here and watching the interview. If you can, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Arizona Informant TV, where you will get all the latest content, all the updated information, and all the latest news. So again, please subscribe to the channel, and we will see you soon.